Stop scrolling. Not because this is motivational, not because this is inspirational, but because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why most people are about to become irrelevant and why you don't have to be one of them. Let me ask you something strange. Have you noticed that the smarter technology gets, the more replaceable people feel? AI can write, AI can design, AI can code, AI can think faster than you. So here's the uncomfortable question no one wants to answer. If a machine can do what you do, what's your value? Now pause, because your brain just tried to avoid that question. And that reaction right there? That's the difference between people who fall behind and people who stay untouchable. Most people think the future belongs to those who learn AI. That's wrong. The future belongs to people who can do one specific thing AI will never truly master. And the crazy part? This skill isn't new. It's not modern. It's not digital. It's over 500 years old. Leonardo da Vinci used it, not to paint faster, not to work harder, but to think in a way that made him impossible to replace, even in his own time. Painter, scientist, engineer, inventor, anatomist. One man, multiple worlds. Ask yourself this honestly. Why haven't there been many people like him since? It's not because he was born special. It's not because he had better tools. It's not because he was gifted. It's because he trained his mind in a way most people never do. And modern education actually teaches you to do the opposite. Right now, your brain is trained to consume, copy, react, specialize narrowly, follow patterns. AI is unbeatable at that, which means if that's all you do, you're competing against a machine designed to beat you. That's a losing game. But Da Vinci didn't compete on speed. He didn't compete on memory. He didn't compete on repetition. He competed on connection. He mastered the ability to combine unrelated ideas, see patterns others missed, think visually, emotionally, and logically at the same time, ask better questions instead of memorizing better answers. This is the genius skill. And once you see it, you'll realize something disturbing. You were never trained to use it on purpose. School didn't teach it. Jobs don't reward it. Social media actively destroys it. Yet this single skill is what makes ideas valuable, humans irreplaceable, creativity unstoppable, and intelligence impossible to automate. This is why some people use AI as a tool, while others are slowly replaced by it. And here's the part that should really grab you. If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel behind, if you feel like you're working harder but moving slower, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're stupid. It's because you're playing the wrong mental game. In the next few minutes, I'll break down the Da Vinci Method, not as history, not as theory, but as a practical way of thinking you can start using immediately. By the end, you'll understand why AI doesn't threaten you unless you think like a machine, why creativity isn't talent, it's structure, and how to train your brain to stay ahead no matter how advanced technology gets. Don't blink. Don't multitask, because once you understand this, you'll never look at intelligence or your own mind the same way again. Let's start with a truth that feels uncomfortable, because your brain has been trained to ignore it. AI is not replacing people. AI is replacing a type of thinking, and most humans, without realizing it, have been trained into that exact thinking style. Linear, predictable, efficient, repeatable. The same traits that make you a good student are the same traits that make you easy to automate. Think about it. If your value comes from following instructions, producing expected outputs, staying inside one role, solving problems only one way, then a machine doesn't just compete with you, it wins. So the real question isn't, how do I beat AI? The real question is, how do I stop thinking like something AI was designed to replace? And this is where Leonardo da Vinci enters the story, not as an artist, not as a genius, but as a system breaker. Because Da Vinci didn't live in a time of comfort. He lived in chaos, plagues, wars, political instability, no Google, no textbooks, no safety nets. Yet in that chaos, he didn't specialize. He expanded. While others chose one lane to survive, he built a mind that could move between lanes effortlessly. Painting informed anatomy. Anatomy informed engineering. Engineering informed art. Art informed philosophy. This is the first rule of the Da Vinci Method. Genius is not depth alone. It's connection. Modern culture worships specialization. Pick one thing. Stick to it. Don't get distracted. But here's what they don't tell you. Specialization creates efficiency. Connection creates originality. AI is infinitely efficient. It doesn't need originality. It only needs patterns. Da Vinci didn't chase mastery of one skill. He chased understanding of reality itself. That's why his notebooks look chaotic. That's why his ideas jump across subjects. That's why many people misunderstood him. Because linear minds cannot decode non-linear thinkers. And here's the uncomfortable part. If your brain feels slightly overwhelmed right now, that's a good sign. It means you're stepping outside the pattern AI dominates. Now let me show you something dangerous. Your brain is constantly asking one silent question. What am I allowed to think? School answers that question for you. Jobs answer it. Social media answers it. Da Vinci never outsourced that question. Which brings us to the second rule. 2. Ask questions that don't have immediate answers. AI thrives on answers. You ask, it responds. But genius doesn't come from answers. It comes from sitting with questions long enough that your brain starts connecting things on its own. Da Vinci would stare at flowing water for hours, not to describe it, not to label it, but to understand its behavior. Your brain does something powerful when you don't rush to closure. It begins to cross-reference memories, merge emotions with logic, create new mental pathways. This is something AI cannot do the way humans can. AI simulates thinking. You experience thinking. But modern life kills this ability. Notifications interrupt it. Deadlines suppress it. Entertainment replaces it. And slowly, without noticing, your brain becomes reactive instead of creative. That's why most people feel busy but empty, productive but replaceable. Da Vinci trained the opposite. Now let's talk about something deeper, something no one warns you about. The greatest threat to your intelligence is speed. Speed feels powerful. Speed feels productive. But speed prevents integration. AI is fast. Humans are meaning makers. Da Vinci worked slowly on purpose, not because he was lazy, but because insight requires incubation. When you slow down, your subconscious engages. Patterns surface. Ideas collide. That's why your best ideas come in the shower, or while walking, or just before sleep. Those moments are when your brain stops executing and starts connecting. But modern systems punish slowness. So people lose the ability to think deeply and then wonder why they feel mentally weak. Da Vinci didn't just use his mind, he protected it. Now here's where things shift. Because the Da Vinci Method isn't just intellectual, it's emotional. Emotion is not a weakness, it's a signal amplifier. AI doesn't feel curiosity. AI doesn't feel wonder. AI doesn't feel obsession. Da Vinci did. He followed what fascinated him, even when it made no sense to others. That emotional pull is not random. It's your brain telling you, there's something here worth connecting. When you ignore curiosity, you kill genius. When you follow it, you build insight no algorithm can predict. That's why creativity feels irrational, because it doesn't move in straight lines. And this is where many people fail. They wait for permission. They wait for clarity. They wait for certainty. Da Vinci moved before clarity, because clarity is a result, not a prerequisite. Let's get practical now. The Da Vinci Method in real life. This isn't about becoming an artist, or a scientist, or a philosopher. It's about how you process the world. Here's what to do differently. A. Stop separating learning. Don't say, this is for work, this is for fun, this is useless. Everything connects if you let it. Read outside your field. Observe patterns in unrelated places. Ask how one idea might explain another. B. Think visually. Da Vinci sketched constantly, not to make art, but to externalize thought. When you write or draw ideas, your brain sees relationships it misses internally. AI processes symbols. Humans perceive meaning. C. Replace consumption with synthesis. Don't just watch. Don't just read. Ask, what does this connect to? How does this change what I already believe? That single habit multiplies intelligence. Now here's the most important part. Why this puts you ahead of AI. AI improves by consuming more data. You improve by changing how data interacts inside you. AI can remix. You can reimagine. AI predicts. You reinterpret. AI follows probability. You follow insight. That gap never closes, unless you abandon your human advantage, which most people do, because they're trained to. But once you understand this, something changes. You stop trying to compete with machines. You start becoming unreplicable. Let me end with this. Da Vinci didn't know the future, but he understood the mind, and the mind hasn't changed. The world will keep automating. Jobs will keep disappearing. Skills will keep expiring. But how you think will always determine your value. Not faster, not louder, not more efficient, but deeper, wider, more connected. That is the genius skill. And once you start training it deliberately, AI stops being a threat. It becomes a tool. Here's the truth most people never face. The future isn't about working harder. It's about thinking differently. AI can replace skills, but it can't replace a mind that connects, questions, and creates. You've seen the gap. You've glimpsed the way forward. Da Vinci didn't wait for permission. He created his own reality. It's your turn.